Hey, what's going on out there, everybody? This is Samuel Leggett here representing Team JVS, here to give you guys a review for a movie that is coming to TIFF 2022, and I'm talking about I Like Movies. This is directed by Chandler Levack, and the baseline of this, you have Lawrence. Lawrence is a cinephile. He's about 17 years old, roughly, and he goes and just looks at movies. He wants to create movies. He's got a best friend named Matt. And he goes to the video store named Sequels all the time because he just wants to go and roam around and look and see what movies are coming out, what movies are in the past, rent them. Just, he's in love with movies. But now the time has come for him to figure out what happens after he graduates to move forward within his career. Is he going to be able to do it? And what does it mean? What is his life defined as right now? That is the baseline of this film. So I'm gonna just tell you guys, I actually really like this film for different reasons. I'm gonna give a small little thing because I think we're gonna have an opportunity to be able to talk with some of the cast a bit later on. So I'm gonna leave some of that for there. But certain parts of Lawrence I connect with because I was that kid in middle school and in high school that went to Blockbuster or whatever video store, Hollywood Video, whatever. And I would just go through all the different videos, past and old, just going through there. Like I would just like window shop and read the back of the films so I could be like, oh, research. Because then it wasn't like you didn't have the internet, you didn't have YouTube. You just, for the love of the films, you would be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna mark this on my list, I'm gonna check that out later. Or I've seen that, oh, I wanna talk about that. And what would commonly happen is you would interact with other people and they would see, oh, how's that movie any good? But you also had to deal with the fact that, one, did you work there? If you didn't, then people be asking you crazy questions. So I connect with Lawrence on that level. But I'll say this about the film. The film isn't just about somebody that's going to be an up-and-coming film star or like his autobiography going into something like that. I think this takes place roughly around 2003, so I'm not sure if this is based on an actual real-life person. But the actor that plays this role, Isaiah, he does such an amazing job of sculpting a character so conflicted because his love for film and his sincerity and like his innocence at times is so connecting. Like there's times where he might have a conversation with somebody and somebody says something really deep to him and he just breaks down. There's a moment that he has like he doesn't even understand what it actually is, but he's having a panic attack. He's locked himself and barricaded into a room and his mother is there and another person is there, so I'll get into that a little bit later on, but he just cannot let it go. And there's things that happen with that. Like one, he's doing a lot when it comes to acting with his eyes and his expression and just feels believable. And he's also very physical. He's a physical actor, but he connects with two different actors on different levels. And it works really well because he can be the placeholder, right? And again, that's where I said that's just one facet of him. The other side of him is a vengeful, spiteful, unapologetically narcissistic person that the entire film, you're like, why are you such a bad person? Why are you, like, you don't connect with him that way. Like, you're kind of like, I can't believe he said that. I can't believe he's doing that. I can't believe he's treating his friend like that. So the friend is playing the role of his best friend, Matt, played by Percy Hines White. So Percy Hines White, I remember him from The Gifted, and he does a really good job with balancing, you know, as far as acting is concerned. He's got a really good range, and they work really well together because it's kind of like Matt was just a really good soul, and the way that his relationship worked with Lawrence, it just was not equally distributed. Like it was not an even measure. Like every single time, and the even crazier thing is his relationship with his mother. Krista Bridges plays the role of his mother, and the more you hear them communicate about his past, her past, what she's dealing with, what he's doing, this movie does a really good job of allowing you to kind of play the thread of what is actually going on with everybody. In some way, shape, or form, they don't use necessarily exposition on every single turn, but it's with the conversations that matter, and they show you certain things that the characters are going through that the main character, Lawrence, could care less about because it's not about him in that moment. But they still find ways of allowing the other actors to thread themselves and to allow themselves to go forward. And it's weird because there's so much detail in each individual character. They're layered in different ways, specifically the mother. Like, I think Krista plays such a great job with this because as a mother or as a parent, I don't know if I would have as much balance and strength and patience to deal with an individual, a 17 individual like Lawrence. Like, her patience is limitless. And even when she actually is like dealing with stuff, she's doing a lot with that. Now, the other person that plays a key role in Lawrence's life, his name was Alana. Alana is the manager of the video store that he is in love with. And he just loves movies, so of course he's going to be there, but she's the manager, just could care less about movies. But she sees something in him that could be more. And I think that Ramona does a really good job with that because she's doing a lot of really good acting here. Because everything that us as the audience is feeling is what Ramona is trying to convey. She's trying to break through certain layers of Lawrence, and it's just so hard. So I think from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie, like, I enjoyed the journey. I think the journey of not just his adolescence and understanding and clarity, but us really trying to connect with the character and not just kind of leave him at the cutting room floor, but kind of trying to connect in some way, shape, or form. Like, we want to see his progression as much as we want him to be able to grasp and understand the world around him that he really doesn't truly understand. Because there is tragedy within his life. There's tragedy within every single character in some way, shape, or form, if you're really listening and watching. But for me, as a cinephile, as somebody that played a certain type of Lawrence, but not the other type, I connect with him in so many different ways, but then I can't. And I think that that's the fascinating thing. And again, I think I contribute that to the directing and to the acting. And it's such a little film, but it's such a really big, expressive one. And I really think that you, if you are a lover of film, or if you possibly are connecting with any of these characters, I think you might find something really special about it. So definitely, when you get a chance, go and check out I Like Movies. Again, this is premiering at TIFF 2022. If we do get an opportunity to be able to talk to any of the cast members, go and check that out. I'll talk to you guys later. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell button. Take care, everybody.